Hey everybody, you are tuned in to the wrap up. I'm L'Oréal Luchi. This week, Casanova speaks out after getting sentenced to 15 years. CamRon chimes in on the Jim Jones and Pusha T beef. Jonathon Majors fires back in court at his accuser, plus a bunch more. Let's get started. CamRon steps in amid the Jim Jones and Pusha T beef. Now, we covered it here on the wrap-up last week. During Pharrell's debut LV men's line in Paris, Pusha T performed a new clip song, taking shots at Jim. Jim Jones fired back with the summer collection of From the Block performance freestyle, responding to Push. Then Jim had more to say while speaking on Joe Budden's podcast, calling No Malice a preacher that works at Walmart, and said Pusha T ain't no boss and he has to answer to people in his circle. Now, a day later, CamRon chimed in and defended his Dipset member. Cam said, quote, "Nah, Push, me and Capo definitely don't be on the same page all the time, but I don't go against the family. Don't use no old problems we had to try to win a battle. Get in that booth. You nice, but Jim got you on the ropes and you ain't roper doping. And I don't care if y'all put me in y'all bars. I quit. I do sports." Moving on, Nicki Minaj commended Kalisha Hood's 14-year-old son who fatally shot a man, repeatedly hitting his mother in the head. The incident happened at a Chicago restaurant. Kalisha and the man, identified as Jeremy Brown, had a dispute on the line, and it's unclear what the argument was about, but Kalisha's son pulled out a gun and shot Jeremy, who was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, initially, the mother and son were charged with first-degree murder, but since then, the charges were dropped, and Kalisha plans on filing a lawsuit for the false arrest. Nicki Minaj spoke out and said, quote, "That 14-year-old boy that backed that hammer out when that grown-ass man was punching his mother in the face as if she was a man is a true hero." Then Nicki offered to pay for his education. Boss move, Nicki. Legendary MCs Big Daddy Kane and Rakim are among the highlights of Lincoln Center's 50th hip-hop anniversary celebration. They'll be celebrating Hip Hop Week with various activities. The free show goes down on August 9th at Damrosch Park. Y'all planning on going? Let me know in the comment section below. Jonathon Majors is firing back in court against his accuser. An incident back in March in New York City with Jonathon and his ex-girlfriend resulted in his domestic violence arrest, which created significant backlash. He was dropped from multiple projects as well as several brand deals. Now, Jonathon's lawyers say they have evidence showing that the ex-girlfriend was the attacker and not his client. Jonathon is also filing his own domestic violence complaint against the alleged victim. Now, in the documents, it says his ex-girlfriend was drunk and hysterical and caused him to bleed during the confrontation. His trial is set to begin on August 3rd. Megan Good has been by his side, and fellow Marvel actor Anthony Mackie recently defended Jonathon and said, quote, "Nothing has been proven about this dude, nothing. So everyone is innocent until proven guilty." Brooklyn rapper Casanova was hit with a nearly 16-year sentence on racketeering and drug charges and his alleged leadership role in the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang. Now, last year in May, Casanova pled guilty and admitted that he plotted with others in Gorilla Stone to commit crimes such as agreeing to possess and sell 100 kilos of marijuana, a 2018 robbery where Casanova fired a gun during a gambling dispute. Now, reports surfaced that after Casanova announced that he's cutting ties with the gang, he was involved in a prison fight where his face got slashed. His longtime girlfriend, Swaggy Jazzy, debunked Buck 50 rumors and showed off Casanova's face, barely touched. You can see the photos right now on hot97.com/thewrapup. He also reacted to the sentencing and said, quote, "Everything to the chin, nothing to the heart. I get it now. I hope that don't go over your heads." Before we wrap up, Beyonce and Rowland team up to combat the housing crisis in Houston. The two queens are collaborating with city officials to create 31 permanent housing units called the Knowles Rolling House. It'll have case managers, peer specialists, service specialists, and support services like transportation, mental health, physical health, and behavioral support. Now, an even bigger launch of the housing program is slated for a September announcement. I'll keep y'all updated. That's all we got for you today on the wrap up. I'm L'Oréal Luchi. Now I gotta get back to work. Adios.